everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. So I did the walk yesterday. I picked up some cool socks for my daughter. Aren't these adorable? And I think they change every year because I've seen all kinds of different socks that people were wearing for the breast cancer. And by the way, she loves these. Um, so let me tell you quickly about the walk. The walk was really nice. It was very emotional, especially the moment where, all the survivors come up and, they each were given like a banner and all. So it was very nice. And it becomes very emotional. And I quickly realized that there are two types of walkers out there. There are the seasoned ones that do this every year. In fact, they do all the breast cancer walks. And you can tell because they have all the attire. They are completely covered and attired in the 3M ribbon pink, not the 3M ribbon, the pink ribbon clothes. They have the glasses, they have the cape, they have the tutus, which I loved. They have the socks, I've seen pants even in the, pink ribbon logo. Completely attired. Backpacks, coat, a jacket. I've seen one. Why am I saying 3M? The pink ribbon logo is so well known, you guys. I think you can go online and buy anything. So anyway, you have those walkers. They mean business, honey. They are cheering, dancing. This is their thing. They love it. They really are very supportive for the cause. And then you have the survivors, or you have someone who is walking for someone. They lost a mom, they lost a friend, they lost a sister, and they're walking in support of them. And usually, and they're like me, we don't come regularly. We don't go to these walks all the time. I do a lot of walks, but I don't necessarily do the same type of walks. My last walk I did was for World Vision, the global water, for Africa. So that's what I did 3 years ago. But my thing is, I started talking to a lot of these ladies, and I was wondering, so, you guys do a lot of walks. Have you heard of any walks for the ovarian cancer? Now, ovarian anything, which is my cancer, is almost unheard of. You just do not hear them. I cannot. I know that my hospital, I've heard them talk about it, but I've never seen any flyers, anything, any emails, flyers, anything about when they actually do their walk. So I think this is going to be my quest to look for ovarian cancer, anything, whether it's a walk or a sponsorship or buying the logos, or I think we need to bring it out there because you just don't see it at all. Well, anyway, I didn't want to get too lengthy. You guys, I have a long list. I had to keep my little list of things I wanted to talk about because I'm always forgetting to bring up some things. So I did the walk. I'm very happy. It was brisk. Oh, I feel every bone in my body. I am ashamed to say that my buttocks were hurting right away. Okay. Yeah, 2 miles, and it was not just this leisure walk. Although we were walking through the neighborhood, a very nice suburb, and we were greeted by we were walking on people's, through the people's neighborhood. We were walking past people's homes, their yards, and they were out there waving us on, drinking coffee. They were beeping the horns when they were coming in their cars. Very supportive. I guess this is the route that they use every year. Very supportive. It was very nice. There were a lot of families that came out. A lot of men came out. Children. And everybody just, we had a good time. I will tell you, I walked with my coworkers, and a lot of them, I don't speak to them on a regular basis because they work in a different department or they work on a different shift. So it was really nice to kind of just walk with them and just chat for a little while, maybe get to know them a little bit better. Now, I didn't take any footage. I'm not going to take any footage of people that are, because I'm just not comfortable sticking cameras into people's faces yet. Or, hey, let me put you on my channel. They may not like that. And also, I'm not comfortable doing that. But I do have some pictures on my Facebook page. And if you guys want to look me up, or I'm going to try to put my link down to my Facebook page down below. And I am definitely going to write about it on my blog. If you do follow me, just give me a few days and I will be posting some pictures on there. And the day was a little bit chilly, but the sun came out and I felt really nice and comfortable. And I ended up taking off my shawl. Even I wore my gray shawl with me. Anyway, moving on to my neighbors. Now, I've spoke about my neighbors in one of my blogs, and love your neighbor. A couple vlogs behind, Uh, it seems that one of my two neighbors is being evicted. So I know that I should be jumping up for joy that they're leaving, but I really am not, because to me, for one thing, it's sad, because this is one of my single moms that I have a heart for single moms, and I she has made some bad choices, and which has caused this eviction and her not being a good neighbor at all. But I don't want to talk about her in a bad way. I don't, because I am really saddened by the turn of events in her life. I have done a lot of things I'm not happy with my life. We all have regrets and we've all made decisions. And but she's not a good neighbor anymore. She hasn't been a good neighbor for over a year because of what her bad choices. Let's put it that way. So anyway, she's being evicted. I am having a little problem here because one of the consequences of her behavior, let's say, her apartment, I think, is basically trashed from what I am seeing. And what I can even tell, because I live right above her, and I am getting fruit flies, guys. Like an invasion of fruit flies in my apartment. I am pouring down the sink boiling water twice a day, just like I'm told. I have bought a spray bottle. I have my little concoction of my apple cider vinegar and all this. I have my apple cider vinegar bowls put out. My whole apartment stinks like apple cider, and I am just maintaining it right now. Because now, don't get me wrong, they're not buzzing around my head like that, but I don't like it in my kitchen and my bathroom. And I think until she is actually moved out, I am not going to be able to get rid of them completely. I'm just maintaining it on a daily basis. But if any of you have any other suggestion on how to do that, how to get rid of them permanently, I feel like I need to detox my whole apartment now. Like I need to clean my bathroom, do some deep cleaning in my kitchen, because I don't know what else to do. I cannot stand it. So yeah, I have an invasion of fruit flies right now, and it's not even summer. So please comment below what I need to be doing, because I feel like I'm just maintaining it. I'm not getting rid of the problem. But then my daughter's like, well, until she leaves, Mom, they're just coming through the sink, through the pipes and all to us. I'm sure I am not the only neighbor that is having this issue. In our last building, someone got evicted and they trashed the apartment, and they left so much garbage, and I'm talking about like dirty diapers and all, that flies developed in their apartment and were coming through the vents. And this was a really nice neighborhood, you guys. So just in case you think that, oh wow, it's where you're living now, you could have the nicest place, live in the nicest, most expensive area, and all you need is one bad neighbor. Anyway, on to better things. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday, and we had actually a really nice time. like I've said before to you guys, I really like being a parent of adult children. My two were always bickering when they were little. They were constantly pulling on me like a yo-yo. This was me, you know. I was always, accused of you taking her side, you taking his side. They were terrible together. I would watch other people's children and how they were always just, I love my brother, I love my sister. Never happened with my two. They just fought, bickered, never got along. I was constantly in the middle of it all. Sick of it, hated it. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm sure any of you had that same problem, because I used to ask people, say, oh, do your kids fight? Do you kids argue? Do you guys, and everybody, oh no, they love each other. I used to hate these people. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I love being an adult, a parent of adult children, because now they seem to get along somehow. So like yesterday, it was my daughter's birthday, and they're texting each other, happy birthday. They're sending emoji to each other, and I'm like, I really like this because, first of all, they're adults, and if they want to fight, that's their problem. I'm not getting involved. I don't have to solve any issues, and yeah, so I really like that. I thought, okay, they may not be, hugging and kissing each other like, we love you, I love you, but at least they're getting along. So it was her birthday. We had a really nice time. We don't sit there and like, birthday cake or whatever. We just went out to eat to her favorite restaurant. And then she made me feel really good last night because we came home and, I I bought some Belgium cookies. And usually those are really cute and delicious, and they're dipped in chocolate, and they got some hazelnut drizzle on it. Those are really like those really what I call like um, a luxury cookie. They're real fancy looking, and it was a treat. So we were having some. We were watching TV. We were watching movies, and she laid on the couch, and she's like, this is a really nice day, Mom. Very simple, very nice, but it's so peaceful, so quiet. It's just like the perfect day, you know. And I thought to myself, it made me feel good because I have been so behind. you know, I don't even know how to start this next topic. I did a blog, excuse me. I wrote about this a couple days ago called "Counting Your Chickens Before They Hatch." And if you haven't read that story, if you follow me, or maybe you do follow me on my blog, but it actually my company was going to shut down for several days because they were going to convert into a new computer system, and they needed everything to transfer inventory from one into another. So they needed to shut down for the whole operation for several days. But this meant that it would be like 4 working days plus a weekend. So I was so excited, you guys, because I thought to myself, I'm going to have 6 days off. And yes, it's not with pay, but I was working overtime to make up for that time. I knew it was coming. They kind of let us know ahead of time. So I was working up all the overtime to make up extra money to cover those days. Or you could use vacation time if you wanted to. So I was really looking forward to it. Well, we came in. This was supposed to be this past week. We came in maybe like 5 days before this was going to happen. And they said, sorry, we're going to have to do a cancellation because there was a glitch and they're not ready to do this. So we're going to have to postpone it for another time, maybe a month or 2. Well, let me tell you, everybody in the facility was so crestfallen. I mean, we were so saddened by that because it's like everyone just, we prepared for it. And we were going to do something with that time. One bought tickets and was going to go with his family to Vegas. Another one actually was going to clean out his garage And, you know, just everybody made plans, you know. One of my coworkers was going to actually she bought a special meal. She was going to sit down and actually, you know, cook with her children and have a nice dinner. And, you know, we all made plans. And that was squashed. That's why I say you don't count your chickens before they're hatched. So I was so excited because I thought I am going to finally get caught up with everything. Because you know what I noticed, guys? I am not the only one that is busy. We are all busy. I watch your vlogs. I watch my friends. I watch my neighbors. And we are all living in a busy world. And I know that we like to think that now we're busier than we've ever been in our lives, like our parents weren't busy, but that's not true. Because I was thinking this morning that my parents were always running around. I remember my parents just running constantly. They were always busy. They were always going to someone's house. They were doing 2, 3, party events a weekend. I mean, they loved it. And I think we have, as a world, have always been busy. It's just that maybe when we're younger, we thrive on it more. And as we get older, I think we just want to settle down more. It's quite the opposite. So when my daughter was talking about that, and here, you know, here we are, another weekend has gone by that we were basically not home. We were home in the evening. That's it. And another weekend. This is like the third weekend in a row. And I was thinking to myself that, you know, wow, again, I didn't get to do what my to-do list. And, every time I go I go into the bathroom, I look at all the corners that need to be, deep cleaned and all. And I just keep putting it off for another weekend and another weekend and another weekend. And so when we were sitting yesterday and, watching the movie, and just, laughing, talking, enjoying ourselves. And when she said that to me, I felt really good because, yes, the bathroom needs to be cleaned. But, sometimes you just can't get to do whatever you want to do on your list. Sometimes you just have to put that aside and sit down and have some Belgian cookies with your daughter. And just laugh and talk and just relax and do absolutely nothing. And let me tell you, doing nothing is really hard. It's just really, really hard. So as I'm sitting, and you may think, okay, but you got today yet. Yeah, I got today, but something happens on Sundays, you guys. Sundays somehow it's over. I don't know. Look, it's very early in the morning. It's church. It's, breakfast with my daughter. You come home. You start making dinner. Next thing I know, it's time to go to bed. It's a very leisure by us. We somehow, I don't know, it just disappears. Sundays we tend to stay home. So, which made me into my last thing I want to talk about. Since it seems to me like I have been going full throttle all year, and I've been taking care of a lot of things this year that I've let go of for years. And I'm not just talking about projects here in my home, in my apartment, or I'm talking about things that I should have taken care of a long time ago, like in my personal life, in money matters, just taking care of things that I've always postponed and postponed and postponed. Well, the thing is, when you keep postponing things, they just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So then when you finally do decide to tackle them, it becomes an enormous issue. And that is what I am finding out this year, that I have let go of many things in my life to the point where I was so stressed this year because instead of maybe handling something in a quick 1, 2, 3 step, I had to do a really slow 1 through 10 step, and all because of my procrastination. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. So this coming year, I have decided that I am not going to be doing any kind of goals, I really just want to de-stress. I don't want to be setting up. I tend to overdo things. By that is now that I'm trying to change my ways and take care of all my things. I tend to put a lot on my plate, more than what I can handle, and then I stress out and all that. So anyway, what I was thinking, I've been feeling stressed and more just enormously these past few months, and I could just feel it. I feel overwhelmed, overscheduled, and I think I need to do something. So I was watching Yarn and Yarn, and she is a lady, I believe in the UK, who has her own yarn shop. And I like to watch her because I think that's just a fascinating thing. First of all, I love all anything English or British, and just the fact that she has this quirky little yarn shop, it really intrigues me because I love yarn. So anyway, she's been doing something this that I've never seen her do before, and she's first of all, she's vlogging every day this October, and I've noticed she was journaling, and she was journaling like where she was writing, she was coloring in her journal. If you've never, if some of you have done like scripture journaling, I've done that in my Bible where I would, you know, draw and color, and there's a lot of junk journal. Oh my goodness, journaling. There's all kind of ways you can journal, but you can use stickers and all kinds of things like that. But she was just using her color pencils. And as she would sit every week, she would sit down, or on her most stressful days or weekly days, she would sit down with her coffee in the morning and she would color in her journal for the week. And it looks so relaxing to me and so appealing to me because, like I said, I've done something similar with my Bible study, with my Bible scripture. I've done that, and I thought, I could do this, and it could really kind of like just de-stress me. I've done adult coloring books and all, and it is very calming to do so. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Now, I might share some with you, but I am not an artist. I am not creative like that. Like, I have been watching a lot of your channels where you guys are just amazing. What you guys do with fabric, some of these things you guys put together with lace, fabric, cardboard. I mean, my gosh, the things you guys do, you're so talented, and you make these beautiful journals. That's not how I am. So I am, but I have been looking at different things. I've been looking at different channels, and websites and all, but I really just want to kind of use this as a way to de-stress. So anyway, it just left me whatever I was going to say next. So anyway, so I might be showing that with you, sharing some with you on future, you know, uh, Sunday rambles. I'm not sure how that goes, but yeah, that was basically my week. This week I have I have an upcoming oncology visit with my doctor. This is basically a whole new team that I'm going to be meeting for the first time. And so let's see how that goes. I'll let you know next Sunday. Second thing I wanted to say is, oh yes, I have been tagged to do, and I feel really bad. So Dana, if you're watching, I'm really sorry. I am going to do one, but I'm going to do it in a different kind of way. I'm going to do it on my blog. So I have been tagged to do but this is a Facebook tag, and I haven't been doing it. I feel really guilty, but I am going to do it on my blog. And yeah, so you guys, I know Dana has been from Tabitha's Treasures is having complications. She's back in the hospital and having surgery. So if you do know her and watch her channel, say a prayer for her, guys, because she's going to need some support. And so I am going to do that tag, but I'm going to do it on my blog, and I'm going to do a 10-day, my week, my 10 days in just that blog. So let's see how that works out. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this ramble, because I am rambling today. It's all kind of hodgepodge of everything. But I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the time with your family. Because you know what? Sometimes you just have to put things aside and just spend time with them. And yeah. And if you do have any suggestions other than what I have been doing, you guys, with these fruit flies, I am just so sick of these things. And I don't, especially since I haven't done anything to make them come out. It's like, I don't, it's just annoying to me, unbelievably. So anyway, you guys, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.